Hello class, these are our notes for Algebra 1. Today we're on section 514, recalling percent change. So we can write different expressions to calculate percent increase and percent decrease. So here's our word problem. Suppose a new phone costs $360 and is on sale at 25% off the regular price. Find the sale price of the phone. So I think what a lot of times what we think about doing is we say, well, it's $360 and then I have to subtract 25% of that price. So our brains say, let's take 360 and we're going to subtract 25% of the 360. Remember, 25% as a decimal is 0.25. So we'd be taking 360, the second one, and be multiplying by 0.25. So that's like 1/4, right? So we're finding basically like a quarter of 360, 25%, that's 1/4, and we're subtracting it. So 0.25, 25%, or 1/4 of 360 is 90. So that leaves us with 360 minus 90. And then we subtract, we get 270. So our sale price is $270. But there is a different way of doing this. And we've been kind of talking about this stuff for a while. But I think when we're doing an exponential function, we're writing it, our brains kind of automatically now go to this idea. But this is a word problem that has nothing to do with exponential functions, right? So we might not think of it right away. So the idea is that if this is 25% off the regular price, then we are paying. So the price of the phone, the $360, that's 100%. So we are paying 100 minus 25, or 75% of the cost, or of the original price. So instead of subtracting the 25%, right? So instead of doing this part here where we're subtracting 25% of 360, instead we could just find 75% of 360. So this would be the same thing as 360 times 1 minus 0.25, trying to do the algebra that goes along with the words. That's 360 times 0.75. Which is, if you multiply it out at a calculator, it's 3/4 of 360. That's what 75% is, and it works out to be $270 again. So we really want to work at, like, the first method works, it's fine, but it's a lot easier to do this right here and just write this as a multiplication problem. So let's think about how if something was on sale 10% off, we'd be paying 90% of the price. So 10% off means we're paying 90% of the price. Or if it is 35% off, then we are paying, let's see, 100 minus 35 is 65%. So instead of doing all those steps where we multiply and then we subtract and find our new price, we could just multiply by this other percent, the amount that we're still paying, and it would be an easier math problem. So that's basically our big idea for today. As always, class, if you have any questions, please make sure that you ask.